Hi everybody, this is Dan Sheehy. I'm a business admin major with an emphasis in management and a minor in economics. This semester is the 2014 fall semester, and I am in the process of working on my financial representative internship. The company that I've been working for has been around for 150 years. Tons of history, tons of great little stories that you can learn about the company. The internship program that I'm in is actually a top 10 internship program in the country, and if you're a banking or a financial student, it is the #2 internship in the entire country. So it's pretty cool. Some of the job duties that they have me doing is every single day I have to make a bunch of phone calls, between like 20 and 40 phone calls to clients to try and see if they'd be interested in the services that myself and the company can provide. I call the potential clients, I set the appointments, I bring in joint work, which is at my internship it's called my CUD, or my college unit director. He comes with me, and then both him and I go on the appointments that I schedule to see if we can, help our clients out. Whether that be if they need life insurance, long-term care insurance, health insurance, disability insurance. That's really what my internship is in. I'm in the business of selling insurance, but we don't sell insurance. We build relationships with clients to see if they have a need for insurance. We don't sell anything. In order to even be a part of this internship, it required a ton of training, a lot of training. I was first contacted back in June, randomly by an email, and it was by this company, and it had their official company stamp, and I was like, wow, this is kind of a big deal. I recognize this company. I emailed them back, and they put me in touch with somebody else, and 3 weeks later I had an interview, and then a week later I had another interview with my college unit director. He shook my hand and said, if you want an internship, you got it. So that was kind of it. It was the original person who emailed me said that they saw my resume on Pro, so I got to give the school a lot of credit for having that website for us students to post our resumes and cover letters. So that was really cool, or else I would have never even thought of this company. But thanks a lot to Pro for having that for us students available. But anyway, back to the training. I studied all summer long to try and get my licenses to sell insurance. Right now, I can legally sell, anybody who's watching this, I can sell you life insurance, disability and health insurance, and also long-term care insurance. That took me a combined, I'd say like 2.5 months to get licensed in all three of those. But I passed all my exams on my first try, so I like to think that I know my stuff. But anyway, yeah, I passed all three on the first try. And then after that, after I passed all my tests, there's other interns as well at this company. And all of us went down to Appleton for a 5-day, they call it fast sales school. That's really what it is. But again, we don't sell anything. It's just their way to show us why this company's been so successful by the way that they've done it. And this 5-day little rendezvous in Appleton showed us how they do that program, or how they do what they do, and they want us to do it that same way so they can be as successful with their new interns as they are with their veterans. Finally, lastly, for training, for the last 10 weeks, every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. I had to wake up, and I was given a link to go to meeting.com, and we got homework every week, and then at 8 o'clock in the morning on Wednesdays, I would go to this gotomeeting.com, and I'd see all the other interns, and we'd talk about our homework and our assignments for the next upcoming week. And that was for the last 10 weeks, and it actually just ended last Wednesday. Last Wednesday was the last day for it, so that's kind of exciting that it's over. I get to finally sleep in, but at the same time it kind of stinks because I got to see the other interns from across the state, and I kind of built some good relationships with those guys and gals. So awesome, but kind of bummer at the same time. My most memorable on-the-job experience, I would have to say, okay, there's two of them. The first one would be, I went to a woman's house who was interested in some long-term care insurance, and at the end of the meeting, my college unit director and I kind of looked around and we noticed there was a whole bunch of really cool record players at her house, and one that was like from the early 1900s, and one of that she said, "Do you want to hear it? Do you want to hear it?" And we said, "Yeah." So actually, she opened it up and she actually cranked it. It was like one of the crank ones, and then all of a sudden the record players started playing "I'm a Little Tea Kettle." So it was kind of silly but really cool at the same time. And then the other memorable experience I would have to say was I went to a Green Bay business owner here in Green Bay, obviously, and his office is just really, really something special. He's a big time hunter, and he's a real like manly man. So his office is full of like all this wild game, like from all across the world. Really, he's got elks, and he's got a zebra and a mountain lion and some really weird goat-looking animals, but they're really cool. So I'd say that office and the woman who cranked the record for us was probably the two coolest parts of the whole internship. What I gained professionally would be a whole bunch of time management, scheduling classes, going to class, going to appointments that I've made, asking my college unit director if he can come with on this certain day, kind of rearranging everything was probably what I gained professionally the most. Also, how to keep information confidential. It's so easy probably for younger kids like us to, we go and we learn about how much money people are worth and what they're willing to spend, and a lot of that's real hush-hush with a lot of people. So to be able to hold that information and know that I know it and not, tell anybody else, I think that's really powerful, and I think that's a really big trait that not a lot of 21-year-olds get to say they can do. And the final thing that I learned would be how to act professionally on the job. Going to class in sweatpants and hoodies every day is not the same as throwing on a suit and tie and going into somebody's house and talking to them about their money for an hour and a half. So just working with professionals and acting professionally would be another really big thing that I gained. Advice that I think I would give to upcoming students who are thinking about internships would be go to as many internship and job fairs as possible, but read the fine print. Everybody at that job and internship fair is going to have a big smile on their face, and they're going to say that, yeah, we want you and you're perfect, but maybe internally you don't know if you are or not. So I would just suggest read the small print and really know what you're getting into before you just say, okay, yeah, I'll do it. That's what I did with my internship. I did my research and I thought that I wanted to be with this company, and it was a good choice. So that would be my advice. But finally, before we wrap up, I'd just like to thank my company that took me under their wing for the last 6 or 7 months here. My college unit director, one particular young lady in mind, I can't say her name, but she's the one who gave me my first interview, set me up with all of my stuff when I went to Appleton with my meals, my hotels, and just really took care of me really well. Those two people deserve a big pat on the back. They did a wonderful, wonderful job. And the company that they work for and now I work for is one that I believe is very respectable for any young person like myself or anybody watching to really kind of dive in headfirst and do what I did, because it's really, really rewarding. Thanks for watching.